Minnesota Republicans are taking DFL Governor Mark Dayton to court today.
They call the governor's line item veto of their budgets an unconstitutional violation of the separation of powers. Our Mary McGuire is live in St. Paul with what we can expect from both sides today. And Mary, this comes after the governor essentially accused Republicans of political blackmail.
That's right. You know what, Jason? I really thought that I had done my last live shot in front of the Capitol for this year, but it appears that the drama is not over yet. This sort of legal action coming out of the legislature is very rare, but today both parties will meet in front of a judge in Ramsey County to make their case. Now, Republicans, they control both the House and the Senate. They are suing Democratic Governor Mark Dayton after he vetoed funding for both chambers. Dayton claims he did that because he was forced into signing tax and spending bills he didn't like containing what he called poison pills. If he didn't sign that legislation, the state would have lost funding for its revenue department. The governor thought by cutting funding he would force lawmakers to come back for another special session and repeal and rework parts of that budget bill, but instead they are taking the fight to court, Republicans accusing Dayton of overstepping his bounds as governor. Now, today's hearing does take place at 10 a.m. this morning over in the Ramsey County Courthouse, just a couple of blocks away from where we are here. We expect that that will last a couple of hours, and we have been granted access into that courtroom with our cameras, Jason, so you can check out the very latest as to what happens in there coming up on WCCO News at noon and also on our later broadcast.
Mary, I know a lot of voters don't have much sympathy for the legislators themselves as far as their individual budget being zeroed out. There are a lot of staffers who work over at the Capitol, and their salaries affected by this as well. What's the status for those folks?
Yeah, that's right. It wasn't just funding for the elected representatives. It was also the funding for the staffers, more than 400 people in both the House and the Senate who make all of this work. They were concerned that they might have been laid off if the funding had been cut. But late last week, Governor Dayton did agree to continue that funding until this is all worked out in court.
All right, good news there. Mary, thank you.